So, last week, nag-file na po tayo ng ating first 10 bills sa 20th Congress. Ito po ay ang number one. No? Number one advocacy that we'll be fighting for in the 20th Congress is the Anti-Online Gambling Act. And also, the 100 peso minimum wage hike. Itutuloy po natin ito. Yung Department of Disaster Resilience, yung National Land Use Act, National Water Resources Act, National Defense Act, yung Revised Philippine Coast Guard Law, Barangay Health Workers Act, Magna Carta for Barangays, at ang Secrecy of Bank Deposits Law. Unang-una po sa aking listahan ang Anti-Online Gambling Act kung saan maglalagay po tayo ng blanket ban sa lahat ng uri ng online gambling. Hindi na po ito basta regulation, total ban na po ito. Para tuluyan na natin matigil ang online gambling na umuubos ng pera ng ating mga kababayan mula sa iba't ibang sektor. And similar to how we banned isabong, similar how we banned Pogo, ito ay magandang hakbang para matanggal na po itong addiction sa ating mga kababayan. From our elderly to our children, it is so easy to fall victim to the silent epidemic of online gambling. Anyone can easily fake their identities and their ages online. Kahit mga minor de edad, kayang gamitin ang mga online banking accounts at e-wallets ng kanilang mga magulang para makataya sa mga online gambling sites na ito. At dahil madaling gamitin at nakaka-addict laruin, talagang nalululong po ang ating mga kababayan dito sa online gambling na to, lalong-lalo na ang mga kabataan. At sino naman hindi ma-addict? All over the internet and along our busiest highways, our biggest celebrities are promoting online gambling with colorful, shiny advertisements that deceive our people into thinking that these games are nothing but harmless fun. Na masayang ilaro itong mga games na ito. Pero hindi lang oras ang nauubos dito, kundi life savings ng ating mga kababayan. Kaya dapat na po natin ipagbawal ito kahit ang mga authorized online games ng PAGCOR. The taxes earned are not worth the social cost. Nasisira na po ang buhay ng ating mga kababayan. Nag-aaway-away na po ang ating mga pamilya. Tumataas ang kaso ng krimen. Nababaon na sa gabundok na utang ang manggagawang Pilipino, which then severely affects their mental health. Marami na rin pong kaso ng suicides related to gambling debts. And allow me to read the message from our mayor from Kibawe, Bukidnon. He said here, because nakita po niya yung post ko, babasahin ko munang Bisaya, Nana diri bro, nagpusta, teenager, online gambling, napildi, natalo ng 100 pesos, gisave sa iyang parents. So, tinago po, no, savings po ng kanyang mga tatay at nanay. Siguro less fortunate po ito under living, just below the poverty line. Less than a month, 100 pesos. 100 pesos lamang. Less than a month, ito po yung message sa akin.
Not 100,000, 100
No,
pesos.
100 pesos. Less than a month, napusta po siya, wala kay pildiman. Naulaw siya sa iyang parents, naghikog, nag-suicide. Imagine 100 pesos, then less than a month, nagpusta ulit siya, natalo, yung bata, nag-suicide. No, this is a true story. And then I said, normal kayo mga bata na 16 years old, varsity. This is the kid that killed himself. I'm not, of course, allowed to mention his name for their privacy. But normal kayo nga bata, 16 years old, varsity player, 1 week before nag-start game, July 12, nagpakamatay, nagpahikog, o naghikog, yung bigti. Kay ulaw kayo sa iyang mga parents, ulaw, nahiya po siya sa kanyang mga magulang. Kaya, these are true stories. We're not making this up.
So sir, considering na rampant na yung online gaming, hindi na pwedeng i-regulate lang, talagang total ban ang isusulong na.
Well, ang problema kasi dito sa addiction na ito, apektadong lahat eh. alam mo, unlike other addictions. For example, alcoholism. Yung tao lamang pong umiinom at siya lang ang mapapahamak at kung nagkasakit at cirrhosis, siyang namamatay. Dito sa online gambling, let's face it, pondo ng pamilyang ginagamit ng mga pumupusta. Naalala ko po yung post ni Kyle Jennerman, yung si Kulas, Becoming Filipino. Nagkita po kami, nung isang araw lamang, nag-lunch po kami, at kinikwento nga niya sa akin kung gaano kalungkot siya, na nakikita po niya yung jeepney driver, habang kumukuha ng bayad, ay naglalaro po ng scatter. Itong, ano ba yan, yung parang slot machine. At nakikita niya, pindot ng driver, natatalo. Kasi pag nagpipindot ka, hindi ka na nanalo, pindot ulit siya at 10 peso increments. So sabi niya sa akin, that whole 30-minute stretch, mga 500 pesos ang natalo ng driver na habang naglalaro nitong scatter na ito. So imagine, 500 pesos, you lose that, yan ang income mo sa isang buong araw na pagbiyahe na dapat sana binigay mo na sa mga anak nyo yan, sa asawa mo, para mabayaran ang pangangailangan sa bahay. At kaya ako, I'm going to make this an advocacy of mine. It's not enough to do regulation kasi nakita mo naman na yun lalabas yung that's why na-late ako ng konti dahil gusto ko makita mismo, ako mismo ang sarili kong makita, saksihan itong online gaming na ito. It is so easy to enter the online gaming sites. And pag may verified GCash account ka, agad-agad, automatic, makapasok ka na. Makakataya ka na.
Regardless
Tapos,
kung anong edad mo.
nakalagay lang dun, you must be 18 years old, you must know the ills of gambling. May konting pabala lang. Tapos, press I agree. Pag pinindot mo na yung I agree na yan, pasok ka na kaagad. Laro ka na.
Na walang verification kung 18-year-old nga ba yun, sir?
Oo, actually 21 dapat, but walang verification. Well, kasi yung ginamit natin GCash ay adult naman. No? Kasi yung GCash meron naman silang, in fairness sa GCash, meron naman silang verification method. But what people are doing to circumvent this is basically, sometimes hinihiram nila ang may 21 na edad, di ba? Babayaran nila, they use the money, or sometimes they put up fake GCash accounts. And we've seen it happen because ang dami-dami pong scams. No? Since Senator Grace po passed the SIM registration, ang dami pa rin online scams. So, nakakalusot pa rin sila. So, it is still easy for them to be able to get a GCash account, a PayMaya account, or all kinds of e-wallets to play these games. The child that I mentioned na nag-suicide, that is just one of several thousands that are happening as we speak. No? Yung mga riders, mga farm workers po namin sa Bukidnon. Tinanong ko, out of 45 of our farm workers sa Bukidnon, almost half of them may accounts dito naglalaro sila, almost half. So, tinatanong ko sa kanila. Sabi ko, anong ginagawa? Ba't kayo naglalaro? Panglibang lang po, pang-relax lang. Pero tinatanong ko, they lose an average of 500 to 1,000 pesos. Agricultural minimum wage earners ito. Di ba? Na-addict na. Magkano lang naman yung kanilang disposable income? Kaya, ang balita sa akin, guys, this is a serious issue. I spoke to manufacturers. I spoke to mall operators doon sa probinsya, hindi to yung mga SM. I don't know. I don't know the facts. Maybe we'll call them when we get to the hearings. We'll call SM, Ayala Malls. Bumagsak ang sales. Nakausap ko dito, mga Ororama. Doon sa probinsya namin, yung mga local mall operators. Bumagsak ang sales. Nagtataka sila, ba't matamlay ang sales na yun? In other words, these last few months, matamlay ang sales. They also told me their suspicion is online gaming. Kasi Naubos na yung pera mo para
nila.
madala mo yung anak mo sa Jollibee. Di ba? Imbis na madadala mo sila sa Jollibee, manunod kayo ng isang pelikula sa sinihan, hindi na nila madadala dahil nauubos na eh.
Sa sugal.
Wala, sa sugal. Sa online gaming, nauubos na. And even we asked around, when I had a meeting with the NGCP recently, even power consumption is down. Ibig sabihin, wala na masyadong, siguro dahil nauubos sa sugal, baka hindi na gumagamit ng air condition, electric fan na lang. Mga ganun klaseng mga situations. But we cannot deny that manufacturing is down, the consumption is down, consumer spending is down. Would it be because of this? If you ask me, my opinion, yes. And the proliferation of over 5 to 10 million Filipinos in online gaming. Right now kasi on different websites, I read that about 5 million, between 5 to 10 million Filipinos doing online gaming every day. So kung yan yung mga padre de pamilya, di ba? Yan yung mga nanay, yan yung mga nakatanggap ng ayuda, yan yung mga tanggap ng 15, 30 na sweldo.
Itinaya
na yung ano nila. Itinaya na yung kanilang kita, no? Kanilang tulong ay imbes na ibibigay sa pamilya, naubos sa sugal. Ang yumayaman, iilan lang. And there's only about 20 or 30 online gaming sites. These are now probably the most richest Filipinos in the country. At what expense? At what social cost? Guys, let me state this, the specifics, and let me state some facts. We are now the #1 gambling capital of Asia. Alam naman ninyo yan, you can go online. Yung, it's this website, C-Asia. Philippines is #1. #2 ang Cambodia. #3 ang Macau. #4 ang Vietnam. #5 ang South Korea. In terms of number of casinos. Sa online gaming, we're also close to being #1. The top 5 countries for online slot machine players, online yan for 2023. #1 is Indonesia. #2 is Cambodia. #3 is the Philippines. #4 is Myanmar. And #5 is Russia. Okay? So, top 3 tayo. Top 1 na nga tayo sa casinos. Top 3 na tayo sa slot machines. And this is in 23 statistics, 2023. Paano kayo na yun? Parang mas accessible na po siya. So, anong pong plano natin? We'll make our prohibited acts under our bill, Senate Bill number 142. That's Senate Bill number 142. It is the prohibited acts, establishment, operation, conduct of online gaming in the Philippines, which shall cover those offshore or foreign-operated digital gambling platforms or applications. #2, acceptance of any form of betting or wager by digital gambling platforms or application through online. #3, facilitating the use of electronic wallet or e-wallet and other digital payment systems for online gambling. Pagbabawal po natin yan. #4, advertising through traditional media, online, and social media, including posts of content creators, vloggers, influencers, which promote online gambling and specific digital gambling platforms. So, ang gagawin po natin, website blocking, application removal, mandatory response period for all takedown and blocking of removal requests issued by PAGCOR, the DOJ, of course, reporting and compliance mechanism, and penalties for non-compliance. So, yan po ang gagawin natin. There's also a list of penalties. For example, those who violate Section 4 and 5 will be met with the following. First offense, 20 million peso fine and suspension of license of 6 months. Second offense will be a fine not less than 50 million pesos or suspension of 1 year. And the third succeeding offense is the penalty of 100 million pesos and permanent revocation of its license permit operated by PAGCOR that PAGCOR will impose. And there's also the criminal act. The chief operating officer, president of the company shall be penalized with imprisonment of not more than 6 years by the court. So, also that the license and permit to be revoked under this provision for those registered gambling, these are for registered gambling operators with physical operations such as casinos, which are also into online gambling, and digital payment systems like GCash, PayMaya, and credit card companies. So, yun lamang po. Of course, I'm willing to answer other questions about my other bills. But ito pang ipaglalaban po natin. I've gotten so much support from different LGUs. Ang dami pong LGUs sumusuporta nito. Ang dami pong grupo ang nagpapadala po ng pasalamat sa akin online sa Facebook ko. And we have all sorts of NGOs that are really pushing for this. Sana wag na natin pag-usapan ng regulation kasi yung regulation nalulusutan eh.
So sir,
Nalulusutan.